Universal Governance and Management System 7 presents Defunding or Defending. Cybernetics looks at the police. Should the police be defunded or defended? To answer the question, we use control theory, also known as cybernetics, the expert on highly complex systems. Other questions addressed here are: what makes policing a very high variety complex social order function? How does the law of requisite variety apply to the police responsibilities and performance? And what possible solutions can cybernetics recommend to the complaints of ordinary citizens? Hello. A very important law of control called the Law of Requisite Variety applies to answering the defund or defend the police question. It has a very simple explanation using sports as soccer, basketball, or football. Look at the law of control in a simple version, like in soccer. For every attacker, you need a defender. Or you can go to a zone strategy. You block anyone entering your zone, or you find a seam in the adversary's zone to attack. In theory, the team that plays slightly better will win. Here is the law of control of requisite variety in its simplest expression. For every member in one team, there's a member in the other team. The law of control is an equation. The right side has to equal the left side, or vice versa. However, we immediately notice that there are many less police officers than there are citizens. So the law of control shows a disbalance. In this case, one law officer for every 400 inhabitants. Looking at the statistics, this doesn't make any sense. How does this disbalance get solved in practice? What happens in practice is that the regulator, which has much less variety than the variety found in the inhabitants of a city, the possible states, all the things that the people can do, which are millions of things they can do, it has to become matched. So there has to be filters and amplifiers. This is how the variety equation gets balanced. Now let's look at the example we're looking at right now. In this case, we're putting the regulator on the left side. This is the police department on the left, and you have the population on the right. This balance is achieved by amplification on the top as a filtration strategy on the bottom. The first huge amplifier is the law. Plus, the police also has police cars, radios, guns, to mention some of the amplifiers. And the greatest amplifier of all is the law itself and the fear of the law. Now the problem, as you can see, is that the lawbreakers, which are the maroon rhombuses, are mixed with the law-abiding citizens. And to make things worse, the police will assume that the red area, where they are going to concentrate their efforts, has a higher percentage of lawbreakers, aggravating the law-abiding citizens, which are the baby blue with white borders, rhombuses, that resent being confused with the lawbreakers in that zone. Now, undercover cops, shown here as blue arrowheads, are another form of control amplification, making it easier to detect the lawbreakers. Now let's look at the variety equation from the defunder population side. The amplification that they possess, top red arrow going from right to left, comes from the liberal media attacking the authorities and attacking the police. And then it comes from the authorities themselves speaking in favor of Black Lives Matter, liberal authorities that amplify their actions mostly by tolerating the lawbreakers and, to make things worse, by restraining the police departments, as just happened in Seattle a few days ago. Now, the score is kept by the statistics, and they help answer the question, defunding what? Less than half of the crimes go unreported. That means that the justice system is not trusted. Maybe because the very low average of crimes that are cleared by the police, which is again less than 50%. That means, applying both statistics, that you have 1 out of every 4 crimes that goes cleared by the police. 1 in 4. Conclusion. The mere talk about defunding the police is creating an environment that has increased the number of violent crimes, as we have seen in the last few days. Now, the first solution that would balance the control equation is to have a huge increase in the culture of self-policing that creates a massive amount of law-abiding citizens. However, it is asinine to think that the same citizens that see defunding as a solution understand that the easiest way to defund the police is by changing the behavior of the law-breaking persons. So the logical and cybernetic conclusion is that the problem will be solved definitely until the law-abiding majority vote the liberal authorities out of office and start supporting the police. 1/4 of the crimes being punished right now is a big incentive for lawbreakers to take a chance. Good governance has a clear purpose: to enforce the law and de-incentivize law breaking. Thank you for watching.